Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are TJ Holmes, it sounds like you are already cheating on Amy Robach. Y'all, TJ Holmes had the nerve to come out of his mouth and say that when he gets mad at Amy, he just goes cold and disappears for 2 days. And Amy's dizzy self is like, TJ, what can they do? TJ, what's wrong? What's wrong? Y'all, TJ Holmes has not changed a bit. Amy Robach is getting her karma, and baby, we love to see it. I think they both getting their karma because TJ is still mad and salty that Marley Fiebig, the wife he had, the wife that gave him his daughter, the wife that stood by his side through all his philandering, which admittedly, looking back, hindsight 2020, I'm sure she thinks it's a mistake. Marley Fiebig is now with 80s or 90s heartthrob Andrew Shue, who happens to be Amy Robach's ex-husband. If you guys don't know, TJ and Amy were exposed for having affairs with their respective spouses, Marley Fiebig and Andrew Shue. And guess what? Andrew Shue and Marley Fiebig are now dating and stepping all up and down. They are H-Town stomping TJ and Amy's timeline because TJ and Amy are trying to do a struggle podcast. I haven't watched. I've just been listening to the excerpts and laughing my booty off. But baby, one of the excerpts that came out of it, if you do want to watch the car crash, it's the fact that they said TJ Holmes says he needs to check out after fights with Amy Robach as the couple spends Christmas apart. You know why they sent Christmas apart? And this is what Amy don't realize. As much as he might have been cheating and creeping on Marley Fiebig, that was always who he went back to. Every woman he's dated while married or cheated on Marley Fiebig looks like a copy of Marley Fiebig. Safe to say, he likes caramel girls with silky hair. Safe to say, Amy Robach does not fit the description, not even the silky hair part. So anyway, right? Listen to this. TJ, people are saying wanted to spend Christmas with Marley because he doesn't like the fact that she's dating Andrew Shue. So he decided to throw a monkey wrench in Marley's plans. Now listen, get this. TJ Holmes admitted he doesn't always handle arguments with Amy Robach in the best way. Often needed. Now, this is a serial cheater with a drinking problem. Amy even said a couple of weeks ago that she thought that TJ was going to delete himself because he had drank like half a bottle of vodka and eaten some edibles. And she and her dad rushed over to be like, TJ, TJ. And TJ was like, huh? What are you doing in my apartment? He is a mess. So this man, right, said that he often needs to check out for days after, right? Fights with, and these, I guess, are verbal fights with Amy Robach. Y'all, when he checks out for a couple of days, whose house is he going to? Because you can't. TJ was not only sleeping with Amy, but she was sleeping with one of Amy's good friends. And on top of that, right? And on top of that, he literally, on top of that, he literally went out of his way to sleep with every intern he could. It's a mess. I think that he's back to cheating on Amy. I think when he cools off for 2 days, he's over somebody else's house. But listen to this. You can't make this up. He just got the right one with Amy. Amy seems so stupid and naive to TJ's game. TJ dropped his fighting style in the latest episode of their podcast. After it was revealed, they spent Christmas apart from each other. Remember when Amy, after they got this podcast deal, I don't know what they thought there was going to be the next Joe Budden podcast. And they were like, she was like, yeah, how's this for Instagram official? And put up a picture of her and TJ on Instagram. And now this podcast is doing nothing. He said, I'm really, really bad about this. I don't scream. I don't yell. I don't do anything. I don't name call. I don't get aggressive. Nothing. But I will check out. I don't need you to say, I'm sorry. I don't need you to help me. I have to work through it. And I'm trying to get better at doing it quicker. Y'all, do you know what that sounds like? I don't, I don't scream. I don't yell. I don't do anything. I don't name call. I don't get aggressive, nothing, but I will check out. Now, listen, nobody should be name calling or getting aggressive. But the fact that you just check out, that lets me know one, you're not interested in the person. Two, they have a problem with what you're doing. They try to hold you accountable and you check out and leave for a couple of days. Girl, who is he under? Amy, you know, if Amy was a girl's girl, that's how you can tell that Amy's not a girl's girl. And she just literally can't take other women around her. Because if you have any girlfriends, they would have sat you down and been like, girl. Anyway, one of his biggest pet peeves is how long it takes Amy to offer an apology, which he admitted is usually too late. It drives me crazy. Why? Because I'm sorry comes 24 hours late. It's how you react in the moment that makes all the difference in the world. Because in that moment, we have a chance to go this way or this way. And if you go that way, I'm out. I'm done. I checked out for the day. As for Amy, right? She said he sits on the issue for too long. It's 2 days at least. I'd rather have him yell at me than freeze me out for 2 days. I'm like, I don't know what to say, what to do, what he thinks. He's thinking he doesn't like you. You don't need to say anything. He don't like you. He likes your $50 million fortune. Amy doesn't realize she is a booty call that went too far. Amy doesn't realize that if they hadn't been caught by that private eye, he would still be with Marlene. Amy doesn't realize that it looks like TJ's only interested in her because he found out that he might have access to that $50 million fortune. Baby, listen, this has not been independently verified. This is based off on information and belief from articles, news articles, listening to actually listening to and reading what they say and like reading what went down with TJ. Anyway, right? They didn't spend Christmas together. They celebrated. TJ Holmes celebrated the holidays with his daughter and his two other kids. Amy was with her daughters. Y'all, it is a mess. But y'all, is it just me or does it sound like TJ is already cheating on Amy Robach? You gotta leave for 2 days over dumb arguments. How much you want to bet 10-1? TJ be leaving the empty orange juice containers in the refrigerator. He be leaving his socks all over. He like literally leaves the toilet seat up. I think he just be creating arguments so he can be like putting on some cool water, Dracar Noir, and running out the house to his new girl. Oh, also, the best part about this is, sorry, guys. Oh, this is the best part. Hold on. All right. On the second episode of their podcast, right? The host playfully discussed some of the headlines that circulated over the weekend about the rumored dirty dancing at Today Show producer Jen Long's wedding. But they chose to stay mum about some recent report. Okay, here's the weird thing. TJ and Amy are legends in their own mind. It was, don't get me wrong, we were interested in their relationship. I'm sorry, I had to think. We were interested in the relationship when it was all seemly, what's going on, this and that. But once we found out that they were diggity diggy low down dogs, do you really think we give a damn that y'all are slow dancing at whoever was dumb enough to invite you at their wedding? And yes, y'all do always. We saw the tequila margarita pics in Mexico, looking like, give me one margarita, I'ma open my legs. Give me two margarita, I'ma give me three margaritas, I'ma give me four margaritas. Like, we saw how sloppy they were in Mexico, all over each other like two teenagers, which would be romantic if they weren't two cheaters with God complexes. This sounds like two narcissists or people with narcissistic tendencies that got together. They were slow. Where did you see headlines that they were slow dancing at someone's wedding? That wasn't it. Nobody cares. Anywho, but they dismissed the dirty dancing speculation. And TJ was explicit about his desires to avoid addressing other headlines that circulated in recent days, which he said had agendas. We're talking about his ex-wife saying that she's dating Amy's ex-husband. We absolutely anticipated that that was going to happen. There's nothing we can do about those. But this place, this podcast, this platform is not and will never be. We're committed to a place that is not going to be about gossip. This is not going to be a place where we clap back at headlines. What's this place going to be? What else do y'all talk about except how much you guys are in love, how much everybody's jealous about you, and your own headlines? What do you honestly think that the only way we can get news is to go and talk and watch your stupid podcast? Y'all wasn't even really doing it on Good Morning America anyway, right? We're not going to get into that back and forth because the gossip is toxic. Instead, we're going to focus on the good things in their lives, namely their relationship. Today, we are here and we're happy and we're healthy and we're grateful and we're so touched by the response and we're onward and upward. Amy responded, "We certainly are, yo." Amy Robach paid 50 million, is about to pay $50 million fortune for some D that's probably already cheating on her, because it sounds like it is. Ladies and men, if the person you are dating, when they get mad, if you guys live together and they get mad at you and they got to check out and leave you on red for 2 days, baby, they're not trying to get over you. You need to do some investigation and find out who they're getting under. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.